Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
So Mike's number one. Mike's the pass.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Used to have a coach who tells us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Here's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Squeeze.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double. Lead grip, lead grip.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
Hey, Charlie. Leo.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense, because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
180.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Check. Crunch. Whirl.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger gets it off to Freeman. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Like 5.
Max 56. Watch the slant.
Freeman again, a first down carry. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Yards that time at a Cincinnati 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Come on, set.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Box, right. Under 10. Gone.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bengals, nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
5. Now. Hey, lock it. Get it.
They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Shazier, his 2nd sack of the night. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Roll out. Hey, exit. Ready?
Looking to throw. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 1st touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21. Yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, They say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Pick it up. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Check 26, check 26.
Hey, switch gears.
Snickers, 66.
Say.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Set! Flag 20!
56. Watch a slant. Joker.
Flag is there!
On second down, it's Freeman, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Alert!
You're on mine, baby.
Middle. Let's go.
56, Mike, 56.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down.
Set! Like 80!
Right there, 56. Just like that.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Ben to throw again. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
So Mike's number 1.
Go!
Mike 1.
No go! Hey!
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
So Mike's number 1. All day,
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. He's got Green. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Back to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Check. Fresno. Check. Hey, echo. Check. Go on.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullet good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's a give to Freeman running right. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. This is Freeman on 1st and 10.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
Alert. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run here with Connor, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They run, Devontae Freeman, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown on the year, and the Steelers have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Let's go. 10-2 saw. 150. We own it. We own it. Go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for A.J. Green. Incomplete. He was covered by Steven Nelson.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Hey, dude.
They're going to try and throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Bravo.
56 is the mic.
Hey, time. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to right. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Boswell's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
This one fielded at the 5. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Jimmy. High 7. Yep. Hard. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
10 Lobo.
It's a gain of 8.
Bristol, Travis. Hey, team 6. Team 6, guys.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28.
Roll out. Hey, Wahoo. Hey, Sam now.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 2nd and 2. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, Charlie.
They're going to look to throw. Open man is Uzama. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
A gain of 7.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his second touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will get him one closer. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Switch.
8.
On 3rd-and-1, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Hey, Foxtrot. Here we go.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
At the Bengals' 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Easy. Smooth.
56, right there, 56.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
What you got, baby? Give me some.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So the sack and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
56.
5. Hey.
Let's go, D.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At
Let's
their
go.
own 15-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
He'll look to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go. Squeeze. Go.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. He completes it to Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Hey, Orbit. Get it.
Looking to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
60 Pittsburgh. You draw Porter. Hey, lock it. Hey, Haywood. Hey. Rock it.
Check three.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll roll him out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Ready?
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, let's go. Go.
Check three.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man here. It's Green. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Hard. Bravo. Go. Roll out. Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Black 20.
Mike 56.
Alert. No spacing. Let's go.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, team 6.
He's back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Back to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now it's Roethlisberger. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football, because that one could very easily have been a 3rd.
Yeah, off balance, pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws they know they shouldn't make. But they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Middle. 56 is the mic. I'm coming.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it. It's
the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better. And try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
These two. Alert.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by the Bengals. His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Cincinnati, They're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Up this magic with the gang, we all out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.